Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and today has been a massive day for Counter-Strike. We've basically seen the biggest announcement from Valve so far for this half of the year, and it set off frenzied anticipation amongst the community. Move over Fortnite and your big black hole, because our boys at Valve are here with some hardcore teasing. That's right, CSGO is about to get another knife. Now, it says something about how starved of skins we've been so far this year that so many people are drooling over this announcement. So far this year, all we've had is one new case with some new knife finishes, an old collection return as souvenirs, and a single standalone skin get added due to loot box changes. Now, compare this to what we had this time last year in 2018, well, we'd seen 2 new cases, 2 new collections, 5 new knives, and a whole new set of glove finishes. So there definitely has been a slowdown in 2019, and that definitely goes some way to explaining why people are getting so hyped for an expensive cosmetic that most players will never own and that has no tangible impact on the game. But part of the reason people are also hyped is just because of what this knife is. This is a knife from Counter-Strike 1.6. It's a bit of classic CS history, and it's something people have been asking for years. In fact, someone literally found someone asking for it 5 years ago. So for a lot of hardcore CS players, this is next level nostalgia in an edged weapon. But there's also a broader context to this knife's tease that's getting a lot of people excited, because it also represents a tease for a much larger update that's on the way. So, a week and a half ago, a skin and sticker design competition came to an end for a CSGO themed case and sticker capsule, and it's been widely speculated that the case would contain the 1.6 knife, and ditto, the knife being announced today all but confirms that it's going to be included in the case, and also that the case isn't that far away, a couple of weeks tops. And obviously, given we've only had one case so far this year, this is something the community is really anticipating, and the fact that it seems to be just around the corner only adds to the hype. But on top of that, it's generally expected that this is going to come as part of a much larger update, possibly even an operation, and the operation bit is kind of hard to verify, but what we do know is that Valve just added a compatibility version of Cache to the game, and if you don't know what that is, this is an old version of the map that's used so that demos will still work even if the map has had a major update. Now, this essentially confirms 100% that the Cache remake is going to be added to the game, because you wouldn't need a compatibility version if the map wasn't going to get updated, and if the map is getting an update, well, why the fuck would it be anything other than the remake? And if the remake is getting added to the game, well, surely it's got to come out at the same time as the CS20 case, so why would you spread them out? So suddenly, it's looking like we're gonna get a pretty big update. Who knows what else it's gonna contain, and either way, people are getting pretty excited. This humble little knife is at the cutting edge of a much larger hype train. So yeah, I would say that a big update is 100% confirmed to be coming in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, in the meantime, I want to drill a bit closer to this knife. So aside from the fact that it's always looked a bit like a fancy kitchen cutting knife to me, there's a few things that stand out about it. Firstly, I'm assuming this is a default finish to the knife. I think that's a reasonable assumption, and what you'll notice is that it's a fairly different default finish to most of the other knives. It's not plain metal, which obviously isn't that much of a surprise. You'd expect them to go for the 1.6 look, but it is a bit of a first, and on top of that, it's going to be interesting to see what finishes they end up giving this thing. My guess is they're going to go for the OG finishes, so stuff like the Fade, the Case Hardened, the Crimson Web. People have kindly made images of what they think this might look like, so we can get a fairly good idea. So I think the CS20 case is probably going to have this knife in it with the 12 classic knife finishes, and if this thing is popular, and I'm sure it will be, I'm sure it will go gangbusters, I can't imagine Valve won't leap at the opportunity to include more finishes for it, especially the chroma finishes, so that may well be coming in the future as well, and that would be pretty interesting. Anyway, finally, I wanted to look at the animations. So what you'll notice looking at Valve's grainy footage of the draw animation is that it's really similar to the M9 bayonet draw animations, which isn't super flashy. It's not something ridiculous like the ordinary bayonet or the karambit. However, in fairness, it is essentially meant to be a default knife, and conceptually, something really flashy probably wouldn't fit too well. So anyway, that's it for this knife. Really looking forward to seeing it added to the game. Looking forward to seeing Anomaly unbox it on his third try when the CS20 case drops. I hope this explosion is meant to be symbolic. I hope it symbolizes an explosive update just around the corner. And if you enjoyed this vid, please like, comment, subscribe, it'd be massively appreciated. A big thank you to our sponsors at Loot Bear. Loot Bear is the world's first skin rental site where you can play your favourite skins for a fraction of the cost. Just choose the plan that suits you, and you'll not only get your skins for an entire month, but you can also swap them in and out as you please for an inventory of skins worth over $1 million. You can also get huge discounts by buying several months up front. You can also get an additional 10% off if you use the code Heyzeus, and if you've got some nice play skins that you're not using, well, why not rent them out? You'll still own them, but you'll make a bit of extra passive income on top. Oh, and by the way, Loot Bear also allows you to sell your skins on a marketplace for 0% sales fees. Yes, 0%. You can keep 100% of your money, and that sounds pretty good to me. So check them out by following the link in the description. Anyway, that's it for now. Trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.